I don't think anyone buys anything just simply from being seen. They buy when you're in a conversation. So we don't actually just want to get seen. We need to start talking to people. So now we move from exposure gain to what we just simply call nice conversations.
This is the Business Owners Smashing It Online podcast for entrepreneurs and business owners looking for cool online tools, apps and strategies to make business easy online. My name is Nick Cree and I'm your host. Each episode features a guest expert demystifying the online universe, sharing inspirational ideas and providing tested real-world strategies to help you get the most of what's available online to grow your business today. Don't be a slave to your business, get your business working for you. Subscribe now and get some great content and ideas for you and your business today. Fabulous. All right. Well, that wraps up our Cool Online Tools session. Now it brings us through to LinkedIn. So, waiting in the wings, we have Michael Griffiths, who is an expert on the platform, and he's been teaching people for a number of years on how to use the LinkedIn platform. So, would you believe he's been coaching since the age of 10? So back then it was basketball. But that really ignited his passion for coaching and helping other people. But he has been working with business owners and businesses on LinkedIn connections over a number of years to help them to gain traction in their business, not just to have connections on LinkedIn. So you're not just collecting a bunch of friends, but what he does do is how do you engage with them and how do you turn them into profitable clients for your business? So, and I think it is very timely that we've got Michael here in an age of AI where we're being bombarded with AI content, produced content, people thinking that's a panacea and that content is king. Michael's going to tell you why content is not king and what to do instead. So let's put our hands together and welcome to the stage, Michael Griffiths.
Thank you so much, Nick. I'm just going to go share screen so we can get ourselves set up, ready to go. So good to be here. And as Nick said, it's been a big journey. But I'm going to be really honest. I don't give a hoot about LinkedIn. I don't care about any of the social platforms. I care about one thing. You being able to grow a business, grow your client base, and consistently be able to help the people that you want to serve. The only reason we plug into LinkedIn is because it's the world's largest free database. And when you look at it like that, you can pretty much reach anyone you need to reach. Clients, strategic partners, referral sources, and build a network that allows you to grow a business. And most importantly, it's free. So that's why we plug into it. So I just want to do this to start with. Use the chat box for me. I've been loving people using the chat box for me. How do you get your business right now? When you think about your business, how do you get the majority of your business right now? What do you do? How does business come to you? Is it word of mouth? Is it referrals? Is it networking? Is it ads? Is it you sit there and hope that someone comes? Is it you go out and hold up a sign on the street corner? Doesn't matter how. Throw it in the chat box. How do you get most of your business right now? Okay. So yeah, word of mouth, networking, referrals, word of mouth. Throw it in the chat box. Great. Through network, through cold marketing, events, perfect. And there's no right, wrong way on how you go about getting business. But we tend to find that majority of people, when they look at their business, they tend to go, you know what? The majority of our business actually comes from people talking about us. The majority of our business comes from someone mentioning it to somebody else. The majority of our business comes from people actually going, you know, I'm actually needing an XYZ. Do you know anybody? And when you use your networks correctly, it's amazing how easy it is to be able to grow your business. Nick did something amazing at the start. He gave everyone a chance to A, introduce themselves, and B, let them know what it is that they did. Right now, we have sitting here some 29, 30 people. That's a network. Some of them are potential clients of yours. Some of them could be great referral sources of yours. Some of them could be door openers for you. Other people, just simply because you came on and you said exactly what it is that you did tonight, might come across somebody in their network in the next day or two that says, you know what, I'm really looking forward, or I'm really looking to be able to meet an XYZ. And they'll go, oh, in fact, I was actually just with one on Tuesday night. See, that's the power of networks. And the way we treat our LinkedIn should be no different. LinkedIn is not a social media platform. Of course, yes, it is. But hopefully by the end of this, you're not going to see it as that anymore. I don't see LinkedIn as a social media platform. I see LinkedIn as this black book, this network that I get to build and I get to use and I get to create opportunities with. So let's dive into it. Where I'm going to go today is a bit of thinking around it, but then I'm going to actually get through, I'm going to just share with you exactly what we do. We call it connect, converse, and grow. I'm just going to give you the framework. You can start doing this instantly. Best part, spend 30 minutes a couple times a day throughout the week. So 30 minutes, 3-4 times throughout the week, and you'll get more business than what you can cope with, because you'll be in more conversations than what you currently are. So what do you use LinkedIn for? To me, at the tip of the iceberg, people see LinkedIn simply as, hey, it's a social platform. But it's not just a Facebook, it's not just an X or a TikTok and an Instagram. It's for business. It's a business social platform. It's where the professionals are. We've got to be professional on LinkedIn. Yeah, agree. To some extent, it's a social platform. But if we start going deeper and we start going, okay, well, what actually really is it? And then I'll have people go, okay, well, really what it can be is a lead generation tool. And hence, you probably get lots of messages every day like I do, and you see lots of ads. We can create you 20 appointments, 30 appointments, 50 appointments, 100 appointments a month. I don't know about you. If you've got enough time for 100 appointments who might or might not be interested and don't know you, don't like you, or don't trust you, you've got an awful lot of time on your head. Hey? So can you generate leads off LinkedIn? Yeah, of course you can. In my opinion, are they going to be good? Probably not. Because when you think about who your best clients are, they tend to know you to some degree. They've been watching you, following you, stalking you. You've had good conversations with them. They know that you can make their life better. If all we do is use LinkedIn as a lead generation tool where we say, hey, Nick, it'd be great to connect. Nick connects. Hey, Nick, thanks for connecting. Had a look at your website. I think we can make some great improvements if we did A, B, C, D, E, F, G. I know the thing that I do with that message. And any real decent client would probably do exactly the same thing. So I don't want LinkedIn to be a numbers game. What I want LinkedIn to be, when we get to the bottom of this iceberg, when we get to this deeper thinking, I want you to be able to create your own $1 million network. A network that can add $1 million worth of business every single year through referrals, through word of mouth, through people opening doors for you, and through people in your network going, oh, I actually think you might be able to help me. Now that happens every single day. And it happens when people get into conversations. We're going to walk through how we make sure that that takes place and how that happens. So right now, you sit somewhere within this LinkedIn game. Up here in the red zone, I would call this the numbers game. It's the people who, hey, it's just about how many emails can I send? How many copy-paste cold messages can I send? We've got this webinar coming up. I'm going to teach you how to 1, 2, 3. Here's the link. Go register. Copy, paste, send it to every single person I can, and just hope that we simply get a handful of people. And sure, you'll get a handful of people, but it's tough. It's a lot of work for very little reward. So what's up from the numbers game? And this is where most people play. We call it the exposure game. And what happens with the exposure game is I need to post content. The more I post, the more people in my network can see me. The more my little profile gets out there with my description. The more I like other people's posts, the more I comment on other people's posts, the more I'm going to get seen. And that is 100% correct. But who cares if you get seen? I don't think anyone buys anything just simply from being seen. They buy when you're in a conversation. So we don't actually just want to get seen. We need to start talking to people. So now we move from exposure game to what we just simply call nice conversations. In essence, this is where we engage with our network and we create what we call chats. We just call it nice chit chats. So who's on my screen there? Nobby. He's underneath Nick for me. So it's Nobby's birthday. And LinkedIn tells me it's Nobby's birthday. So I go, hey, Nobby, wishing you a fantastic birthday. Hope you have a great year, a great day ahead. And Nobby goes, thanks, Michael. And I say, not a problem. And now the conversation finishes. So when that takes place, at least we've engaged and we've got into a conversation, but we haven't done anything. It's just nice chit chat. And I don't know about you, but you probably just don't need nice chit chat and conversations for the sake of conversations. So we want to take it from either just simply playing numbers or getting exposure or having just nice messages for the sake of having nice messages because someone told us to do it, up into what we call profitable conversations. Now, the difference between nice to profitable is that you have conversations which always finish with an invite or an ask. And we'll walk through, I'll show you, as I said, the connect, the converse, the grow, and how every conversation flow will finish with an invite or ask. And if you do the conversation flow correctly, the majority of the time, people will actually be really honored that you've invited them to something or that you've asked whether they want help. The problem is right now, people don't follow the conversation flow. They go from a peer, hey, happy birthday, Nobby, to, Nobby, I think you need to buy my stuff. That's the problem. And hence, the results are pretty low compared to what they could be. So take a step back. What is LinkedIn? What do I see LinkedIn as? So I don't see it as a social media platform. I don't see it as a place that we should be putting content as the focus. Should we post content? Yeah. Content backs up conversations. Content allows people where you are in conversations with to go and have a look and go, this person's pretty good. Content is not kin. Conversations are kin. But LinkedIn is more than that. As I said at the start, it is the world's largest free database that allows you to create your own black book. See, this network, you get to choose who's in it. You get to say, do you know what? I only want accountants that have 50 plus employees that are Brisbane, Sydney, Melbourne. You know what? I only want action coaches from all around the world. I only want bookkeepers in Melbourne. I only want to be able to speak to business founders, owners, CEOs, directors that have 0 staff. You get to pick who's in your black book. In your network, there are a bunch of different people you need. And if all you ever focus on is every single person can be my client, it's going to be a tough slog. Because very rarely is every single person your client. In fact, the majority aren't. That does not mean they can't help grow your business. Nick might never be a client of ours, but Nick can open doors. Nick runs networking events and is in front of people who might need us. Nick puts on a class every single Tuesday where he's got guests, he's got you guys. So in your network, yes, you need potential clients, but you also need referral sources. You also need door openers. You also need strategic partners. And you need a great support network. That's what should make up your black book. Now, quite regularly, I'll get, well, how many people should be in my black book? Doesn't matter. I see people who create $1 million a year from their network with 100 people. And I see people who do it with 1,000 people and with 10,000 people and with 20,000 people. The number is irrelevant. What we're about to walk through and show you, if you do this well with all of your people, doesn't matter whether you have 100, 500, 1,000, 10,000, you will create an ever-flowing stream of new business. But the big thing here that has to happen is you have to change how you see LinkedIn. You can't see LinkedIn simply as it's just another social platform where I post content and I try to engage with people and I comment on other people's posts and every now and then I'll chat to them. You can't see LinkedIn as, well, if I copy and paste and try to flog to as many people as I can, eventually I'm going to get clients. You have to see it for really what it is. A network of people, a network of people that can pass you referrals, open doors for you, share you, promote you, as well as, if they've got the pain point, work with you. So when we take that in mind, I come to this. LinkedIn is all about conversations. Because when you think about business, what's business about? Conversations. You don't make a single sale unless you are in a conversation. So the thing that I always find that the majority of business owners do not have enough of, it's not leads. They don't have enough conversations with the right people who can help them grow their business. And if every single day they had 2 or 3 great conversations with people who could help grow their business, and that means with people who could become their client, with people who could pass them referrals, with people who were strategic partners, with people who would invite them onto their podcasts, their workshops, help promote a book, an article, a blog, a video. If we had those 2 to 3 every single day, what would your business be like? Be completely different. But most of the time, we're going, where's my next person going to come from? let me put up more content. Hope someone sees it. Nick mentioned at the very beginning, the social platforms don't give a hoot about you. They care about their shareholders. They need you to pay to play. I did a little experiment a couple of months ago now, where for 7 days, I didn't do a single conversation and all I did was post content, one piece of content for 7 days straight. And we got a total of 482 views of our LinkedIn profile for that week. So then I let it go for a couple of weeks. And all I did for 7 days was post no content, but I was in about 60 to 80 conversations a day, every day for a week. We had 1,300 views of our LinkedIn profile, completely chalk and cheese. Why? Because the majority of people don't see your content, but 100% of people see your message. And when they see your message, what do? They go and look at your profile. They go and look at how you help the world. Depending on what level of LinkedIn you have, they can visit your website. They can see your services. They can look at your about. So if you want people in your network to take notice, it's only about conversations and not about content. So I'm going to go one last thing before we get into the system, because this, if you get this, you completely change the way you are going to act on any social platform and the way you're going to email and the way you're going to text message and everything else. There are two big parts to the brain. In sales, they call it, you either have red brain or you have green brain. So what does that actually mean? Red brain is our survival brain. It's the brain we have to live in probably for 97, 98% of our day. It's the logical part of our brain. It understands language. It's rational. Your mind maps stuff out. The unfortunate part is it doesn't control anything. The green brain, which is the feeling brain, makes all decisions, controls all human behavior, but it doesn't understand any language. So you've got two parts of this brain who are working simultaneously right now. The red brain is listening to what I'm saying and going, oh, that makes sense. Oh, that's a load of crap. Oh, I like that. I don't like that. Whatever it's doing. But the green brain's going, really like this person's energy. I really wish this person would shut up. I wish they'd talk slower. It's giving you a feeling, whatever that feeling is. We do everything off feeling. Everything. If you want people to pass you more referrals, make them feel more towards you. If you want a potential client to become a client, make them feel that you will make their life better. Don't tell them. Wrong part of the brain. Make them feel something towards you. If you want people to talk about you, do a great job of creating brain chemicals in them. So why is this so important? Because very rarely do we even focus on that. We're so logical and we're so, well, if I do A and B and C and D, then I should get E. And then you go, well, it didn't work. Well, you're in the wrong brain. That's why it didn't work. So when we get into the conversation flow towards the end here, I need you to remember this. Because if you want anyone in your network to do anything with you, then you have to make them feel a particular way towards you. And that is not through logic. That is through making them feel great. Write that somewhere, put it wherever you want. My job always is to make the other person feel great. And if we make that our focus, you'll be amazed at how fast stuff starts to happen to you, how fast people start talking about you, how fast people, oh, in fact, I actually know somebody who could help you with that. Let's dive in to where we're going. Connect, converse, grow. Here's the system. What we do on LinkedIn every single day. The first bit that we have to do is the connect bit. And connect is about, I need to build my audience. That's your black book. So, who should be in your audience? Potential clients, referral sources, strategic partners, door openers. Who should not be in your black book? Anyone where you look at their name and you simply go, oh, I don't want to talk to that person. They should not be there. Like, what's the point of them being there? Are you hoping that they're going to see your content and all of a sudden buy from you? Of course they're not. So it is okay to remove people from your audience. In fact, every day, someone might get a birthday message and then they say thanks, and I go, oh, who's that person? And I'll look at their profile and I'll go, okay, well, they're not a potential client and they're not a door opener and they're not a referral source and they actually don't fit into our audience anywhere. So then you go to the 3 dots and you just go remove connection. Because if you don't make your audience this powerful tool where as soon as you look at your LinkedIn, you go, I'd love to speak to them. I can't wait to speak to them. I'm going to catch up with them. I can see how we can do stuff together. That's what it should be. Because anytime you're quiet, you should be able to come onto this black book, the app, and start a conversation with anyone in your network that's going to help you grow your business. But for most people, they either accept anybody, they're not clear on who they want in their audience, or they have a whole bunch of people from a previous life that they've just never got rid of. So the first thing we need to be able to do is that we need to make sure that we create the black book that we want. Now, that's pretty simple. I'm going to give you the framework and I'm going to give you what to do every single day. Over the course of a week, you can add 100 new people. You can send out 100 connection requests. So each day, if you send out 30 requests, you're going to do your 100 every single week, 400 a month, in which you'll get 25 to 35% coming back to you. Now you are growing with your black book. You're putting the right people in there. And that's where it has to start. Okay, so now we've done that. This is now the fun bit. We call it Converse. And Converse is about doing things. We call them campaigns. And we would call these just running campaigns. You can call them tactics. You can call them strategies. It doesn't really matter. But the whole point of doing them is to be able to get into conversations. Now, I've got probably like upwards of 12 of these at the moment. I'm just going to give you the main 4. You don't need all 12. To get yourself going, if you did these 4, you're going to get plenty of conversations. The first one is the connection message. Every time someone connects with you, you see it in your notifications. Mike is a new connection. And then it has a blue message. Just click on it. And you send Mike a message. What does the message say? Hey, Mike, thanks so much for connecting. Look forward to speaking down the track. That's it. I'm not trying to sell anything to Mike. That's what everyone else does on their very first message. Don't be that person. So that's an easy way to get into conversations. They're about to get through the conversation flows, and you're going to see how it all works really nicely. The next easy way to get into conversations, we call them milestones. On LinkedIn, they're called catch-ups. Let me show you. Just bring up another screen. Okay, here's my phone. When I come to LinkedIn, when I go down the very bottom, in the middle, it says My Network. I click on My Network. Then there is a row, and next to it is a catch-up. And it tells me who's having a birthday today, who's having a work anniversary today, who's changed jobs today. And I want to message every single one of those people. Because if they're in my network, why on earth am I not talking to them? So as you can see, it says on mine, message sent, message sent, message sent, message sent, message sent. On the birthdays, message sent, message sent, message sent, message sent. So one of the easiest ways to be able to get into conversations is use what they've given you. The third way, we just simply call it first connection engagements. Going down to Melbourne in middle of December. So I could go to my network and filter and find all my Melbourne people and send them a message. Hey, Mark, I'm coming down to Melbourne mid-December. Just thought I'd bring some of my LinkedIn connections together and grab lunch. Would you like to come? It doesn't matter whether they want to, they don't want to. By asking that, I'm going to get, oh, what's the date? When were you thinking? Tell me more. Yeah, would love to come. Oh, no, thanks, I'll be out of town. I don't care what the answer is. What's it allowed me to do? Get back into a conversation. So when we've got connection messages, every time someone connects with us, we've got our catch-ups. We can filter our connections and we can do engagements. The last nice simple one we can do is simply off a post. So you can go through your news feed, look at people you haven't spoken to for a little while, love their post, don't ever like post. Love someone's post, you'll stand out straight away. Comment on the post and then send them a message. Jeff makes a post. I love that post. Okay, great post, Jeff. Thanks for sharing. Remember, green brain, make them feel good. Don't put your own ego in about the post and think you've got to give your 2 cents worth. That's what the red brain does. My whole objective is to make Jeff feel good. And then I send him a message. Hey, Jeff, thanks so much for sharing that post. How's everything going at your end? Now I'm in a conversation. So there are 4 easy ways for you to get into a conversation literally any second of the day that you want to get into a conversation. So if the problem you have right now is that you don't get to speak to enough people that help you grow your business, and all you did was just that with your current network, your business has just transformed. So let's take it a step further. How do we actually do this properly? Because it's the bit that people don't get. We call this the conversation flow matrix. When you put what I've just shared with you with this, you are now a dangerous human being to growing your business. First thing that has to happen is you've got to appear. That's what these are. Hey, Jeff, it's great to connect. Look forward to speaking down the track. Hey, Mike, wishing you a happy birthday. Hope you have a great year ahead. Hey, Nobby, I'm coming up to Brisbane in a couple of weeks. Just seeing if you want to catch up for lunch. Hey, Nick, love that post. I don't think I could find a more colourful shirt. Then send Nick a message. Hey, stranger, it's been ages. How's everything going at your end? 4 really easy ways to appear. So once you appear, what's going to happen? You're either going to get a no response, and that's fine. You've got no idea what's going on in someone else's life. People are busy. People have got stuff happening. People are going through times. They might see the message and just forget to respond. Doesn't matter. You just have to keep appearing. Or they're going to respond. So all we focus on are the ones that do respond. Now, we get into the second circle, which we call deepen bond. This is the must. We know that people do things with people they know, like, trust, and feel a connection to. Someone has to feel some sort of connection bond with you before they can buy from you. They have to feel it. It might not be what they tell you, but they have to feel that you can make their life better. It doesn't happen on a conscious level. So the better you can do this, the faster someone will do something with you. And whether that be refer you, talk about you, promote you, or whether that's be your client, they're all really good things to happen. So how do we deepen bond? Well, I want to get to a personal level as fast as I can. I want to find commonalities. I'm not talking business. When someone responds, I'm looking at their profile. Do they have a picture which I can talk about, which they're obviously proud of, in their banner or in their profile picture? Whereabouts are they located? We give so many clues within our profile that allows us to deepen bond. If it was, hey, Nobby, wishing you a happy birthday, hope you have a great year ahead, and Nobby says, thanks, Michael, which is about all he can say, by the way, I would follow that up with, absolute pleasure. Did you get up to anything exciting to celebrate? And now, and even better, thank you, Nobby, for playing along. So I say happy birthday and Nobby goes, send cake. I'd play with that straight away. What sort of cake do you want? Real big ice cream cake or just a little cupcake? I reckon you're a cupcake person. Yeah, good. Because what we're doing here is we're deepening the bond. We're finding what we call shared moments. They're just moments that happen between us two. And the more you can do that, the faster you build trust. People think that this word trust is this It's a thin. So it's just a word. Trust occurs when we create oxytocin with another person. Oxytocin is the brain chemical, the love chemical, as it's called. It is a chemical that allows us to feel safe, heard, trusted, and that the person is on our team. It's why any relationship has to have oxytocin flowing. Any relationship that fails is because the oxytocin disappeared. It's no different in business because we are all humans. So when you actually focus on, do you know what? I'm a human, you're a human. Let's just try to deepen the bond here. You're going to have people doing exactly what you want by the time you reach the end of this. So now you get in a conversation and it's like back and forth 3-4 times. That's it. It's not forever. I can get through this whole conversation flow matrix in like 3 minutes. The next is what we call Q&C. Ask questions, get curious. Because this is where you're going to know, are they a potential client? Are they a door opener? Are they a referral source? Or should you just simply not have them in your network? So I might then, if I continue on with Nobby after we've deepened the bond, I might say, hey, Nobby, how's business going? What sort of clients are you after at the moment? Nobby will tell me. And then I might ask, hey, so what are any plans for 2025? What sort of networks do you have? Like there's a whole bunch of questions that you could use to understand, is Nobby a potential client? Is Nobby a great door opener? Is Nobby a potential referral source? Because any one of those are fantastic in terms of being able to grow your business. And then once you understand that, now we get to the invite and ask. So if you thought Nobby was a potential client, I might just simply go, hey, not sure if this is of interest. I've just finished this guide on how to be able to get more referrals into your business. Let me know if you'd like a copy. Not sure if this would be helpful. I'm bringing together a bunch of business owners to show them how to 1, 2, 3. Would you like to come? In the end, if they say yes, great. If they don't say yes, great. Doesn't matter. But if you do a great job here, they are more likely to say yes because they feel a deeper sense of connection with you. Let's say that they're a door opener or a great referral source. Hey, maybe it's worth jumping on Zoom and let's find ways that we might be able to share one another. I'm not sure if this would be of interest. Is it worth having a chat more on how we might be able to find referrals for each other? Like they are all invite and asks. And as we said, the difference between simply just having nice chit chat where I know that Nobby likes Black Forest Coast cake and he'd like 1 cent, to it actually becoming profitability, is that I go all the way through to invite and ask. Now think, how many potential door opener referral source conversations could you have a day? How many people could you be inviting to something you've got coming up? Like every conversation will help you grow your business if you end up with the right black book, with the right network. So when we look at the grow bit of this, because we've had Connect, we've now had Converse, you've seen the conversation flow. So the grow is about being able to invite, ask. It's about making sure that you continue to nurture, you continue to appear, you continue to stay front of mind. You continue to focus on how do I serve, add value, rather than sell. And you can do that through opening doors for them, finding referrals for them, sharing their latest post, repost it. All of those things create brain chemicals, dopamine, oxytocin, serotonin. They're the three power brain chemicals that make someone feel something positive towards you. You can do that really easily. So if we look at just a complete plan, every day it's a matter of I need to build my network and send out requests. Might take 5 minutes. Each day I need to appear and then continue the conversations. Now, I simply just set a timer for 20 minutes and I just do 20 minutes a day. Does that mean there's some conversations I haven't got to? Yeah, but that's okay. I just know every single day. It's like I've got my own networking event right here on my phone where I don't have to go to anyone, and more importantly, I get to speak to the people I want to speak to. And then in your conversations, it's making sure that you just are doing those things. That is how you turn your LinkedIn profile into a powerful black book that will generate you new business consistently. So let's do this. You've disappeared, Nick, off my screen. Oh, there you are. You're just down there a bit more. Questions? But before we do that, either bring yourself off mute, share into the chat box, your takeaway, your light bulb in terms of how you can be using this platform a little bit different, a little bit more efficiently, whatever it might be. Just bring yourself off mute and feel free to share, and I will see that you're off mute, or throw it into the chat box in terms of your takeaways. Good, Mel. I like the deep bond circle. Yeah, it's my favorite too. Roz, action. Good, good. Anita, do you ever use the video call function? No. Very few people are sitting there going, oh, I wish I could have a video call today.
Okay, thank you.
No, that's okay. So do we always want to take them off the platform to engage more? 100%. But I just do that by, hey, shall we jump on Zoom? And we can ABC. So rather than just video call there, I think that's a better way. Okay? Mark, I see you're off mute. Go for it.
Yeah, just in support of what you've been saying, Michael, thank you. I bang this drum constantly. So very briefly, I did a process with another networking group only about 4 or 5 weeks ago. Asked them to all do some of what you said and a couple of other things, just simply sharing each other's content, none of their own content. Came back the following week, 26 people, none of them did it. And I was the only one that did it, and none of my own content. Increased my impressions by 20,000 in 7 days.
Yeah.
The proof's in the pudding.
Yeah, nice.
But I must say the critical thing, just putting this in the chat, is if you're not going to follow up with people, don't connect at all. If you think it's going to magic itself and do it by itself, it's not going to happen.
Yeah, that 100%. You have to, like, if you want to grow your business, you need to be in conversations. Otherwise,
Correct.
you're never going to grow your business. So you have to love being in conversations. Right?
Correct.
Spot on. Yeah, spot on. Chris, I see you're off mute too. Dr. Chris.
Yeah, no, I was just about to go back on mute because I realised my clicking pens are making irritating. Now, look, that was fabulous, Michael, and such a clear process. It's fantastic. Thank you. And again, it's good to be reminded. And I've been in conversations with Mark about this too. It's good to be reminded that you have to be in those conversations all the time, not just have 10,500 connections. You've got to do something with them, and it's not a numbers game. It's a quality game. So that's what you're talking about.
Yeah, good. Love it. Love it. Gordon, do we need premium, free? Free is fine. You can still, at the very beginning, get enough done. What does premium do? It allows you to send more requests. The numbers become greater, but you don't need it. Sales Navigator, you don't need it. It just allows you to send more and have a few more filters. To begin with, start with free and just get good at being consistent. And then from there, you might want to increase your numbers, but you don't need it to begin with. Okay? Good. Really appreciate the comments. Yeah, if you want the work, you need to do the work. Love it. Love it.
Yeah.
Great mantra. Great mantra. Okay, so let me just share a link. Yes, we've got this methodology. In essence, since 2013, this is pretty much what we've done. How do you get more referrals? How do you get to use your networks better? How do you create strategic partnerships? When we got to about 2018, our clients told me the same thing. Michael, I don't have time to do everything you're telling me to do. Okay, I hear you. So we spent a couple of years and we created software that plugged into a person's LinkedIn to pretty much do all of the connecting part of whoever they wanted every single day on autopilot. It did all of the initial campaigns and got them into conversations. So all they needed to do was spend 20 minutes a day in conversations because everything else was done for them. I just call it Robot Michael was doing that. Okay? So what I do, and let me just see if it comes up, is I just simply run through how that works, how we work. We don't sell software. It is a program that software is included to help people get clients consistently off LinkedIn. I run a demo pretty much every Tuesday, 11:30 a.m. Sydney time. That's the link if you just want to see it. Right? There's nothing to be able to do. There's nothing to be able to buy on it. If you want to see how we take this further and how we help our people, that's your next step, to be able to come along and actually see how it all works, see it firsthand, and from there, it'll be something that saves you a bunch of time. But everything I have just shared with you, you can do. You don't need us to do it. You can just go and follow that exact thing. Where we come in is obviously our zone of genius around setting up campaigns, teaching the conversation flow, having software that speeds it up and saves you a couple of hours each day in terms of getting through things. But if you follow this, it'll work. All you have to do is just go and start doing it. Okay. But if you want to see, as I said, the link in terms of a demo is right there. It happens every Tuesday, 11:30 a.m. Sydney time. So you can pick whenever you want to come and join us, and you can see what the next stage looks like. Nick, how are we going with time? I feel like we've hit the nail on the head and given you 5 minutes.
100%. We are just dead on time. So very good. If people do want to get in touch with you, I assume the best way is on LinkedIn, right?
Always great to connect. But no, you're going to get into a conversation. I'm going to talk to you.
And he actually does get into conversation as well too. I thought he had a bot there that was following me around, but no, it was him. So, and that's how we caught up a couple of weeks ago. So we keep crossing each other's paths every now and again, and then we caught up a couple of weeks ago. So it does work, and Michael's here as a result of that as well too. So. Excellent. So yeah, look, I would having actually run through this process that Michael has just been through now, I've been running it for the past couple of weeks. It really does work. So it is well worth sort of trying it out. Give it a go for a month. See what sort of results you get. I know for me it's been very positive. I'm a mass marketing person, so this was a sort of one-on-one, and I thought it was going to take a ton of time. It didn't. Half an hour a day is the max that I spend on it. So. But once again, thanks, Michael, for coming on and sharing your knowledge today. Hopefully everyone found that useful. So let's give him a huge round of virtual applause.
Thank you all.
And of course, we've got a prize tonight as well too, or a door prize for showing up. So stick around for this. It has been provided by Michael. Do you want to give us a quick rundown what it is, Michael?
Sure, Nick. I've got no idea what I sent you.
Oh, we did talk about it. I can't remember now either.
I could say should have been this if it wasn't. A month in on our software, in our program for 30 days where we will just work together and do everything we've just talked about here, where everything will be automated and running for you.
In fact, it was exactly that. I remember that now. So that was exactly what we talked about. So it is that free sort of access to the software for that period of time. Pick Michael's brain and really get your LinkedIn profile sort of happening, the whole process happening. So we do have a special way of drawing that. So we have our wheel of names. So everybody that is here, their name is in the wheel of names. Don't disappear yet, because you have to be in the room. Want to hear you, see you when we do draw it out. So let's spin that wheel and see who our lucky winner is. And it is Will. Are you still here, Will?
Yes, I am. Can you hear me?
Fabulous. Excellent. Well, you're the lucky winner of that tonight.
Awesome.
Lovely.
So,
sorry, Nick. Will, I've just put an email address in the chat box.
Okay.
Do you want to just take that, shoot me an email, so then I've got it, and then we all chat tomorrow?
Awesome. Thank you very much.
Fabulous. Excellent. Oh, well done there. All right, well, that is our show for tonight. Remember to save the chat. So all the links, everything's in chat. So the way you save chat is you open it up. There are 3 little dots on the top right-hand side. If you've got an older version and haven't upgraded, it might be down the bottom. Click on that, save the chat. As soon as you've saved it, there's a link that appears. Click on the link, it'll open it. So you don't have to wonder where on earth you saved it on your computer. If you want to watch it again, this will be up on the Smashgo YouTube channel tomorrow afternoon. Or if you know someone else that would appreciate seeing this as well, feel free to direct them there. If you haven't subscribed to it, if you subscribe to the channel, hit that little bell, then you'll get a notification as soon as that video is uploaded. That is our session for tonight. So thanks everyone for coming along. And look forward to seeing you same time, same place next week. Have a good night. Thank you for tuning in and listening to the Business Owners Smashing It Online podcast. You can also find me on social media and online. Just search for Business Owners Smashing It Online and Nick Cree, spelled Nickcree, all one word. If you like this and want to hear more, subscribe now. Until next time, don't be a slave to your business. Get your business working for you.